Hello viewers. Now we are going to discuss about that good laboratory practice. What is meant by GLP or good laboratory practice? Good laboratory practice, the first introduced Food Drug Administration. It is a lab regulation. GLP is a formal regulation that was created by the Food Drug Administration, that is United States Food and Drug Administration, in the year 1978. In GLP, the main definitions about that we have, namely, planned, performed, monitored, achieved and reported. These are the five important categories they can introduce good laboratory practice. Why the GLP was created? Because the poor laboratory practice for all over the United States. For example, the poor lab practice found where equipment not being calibrated to standard form, therefore giving wrong measurements, incorrect or inadequate accounts of the actual lab study, inadequate test system will be there. Next, the purpose of GLP. GLP, it is a certificate that every step of the analysis is valid or not, assure the quality and integrity of data submitted to FDA in the support of the safety of regulated products. GLP have heavy emphasis on data recording, record and suspension retention. The good laboratory practice, the main principle have 10, namely the test facility, organization and personnel. Second one, quality assurance program. Third one, facilities. Fourth one, apparatus, material and reagents. Fifth one, test system. Sixth one, test and reference substance. Seventh one, standard operating procedures. 8, performance of the study. 9, reporting of study result. And 10, storage and retention of record and materials. These are the 10 categories of the main principle of GLP. Now we are going to discuss about that one by one. First, the test facility organization and personnel. We have collected the personal details such as for name or datas, raw datas we have recorded, and also the personnels are responsible for the quality of the data, exercise health precautions to minimum risk and ensure the integrity of the studies. And second one, quality assurance program. It is a responsibility of the QA personnel to assess the update study plan and SOP, documented verifications of the completions of the study plan to the GLP principle, inspection to determine the compliance of the studies with the GLP principle. They have three type of inspections will be there. One is the study based inspection, second one facility based inspection, and the third one process based inspection. Inspection of the formal report for accurate and full descriptions. The report the inspections result to the management. It is a one of the statement. Third one, facilities, suitable size, construction and location, adequate degree of separations of the different activities, isolation of test system and individual projects to protect from the biological hazards, suitable rooms for the diagnosis, treatment and control of disease. Last one, storage room. The fourth one, apparatus, materials, and reagent. Apparatus of appropriate design and adequate capacity, documented inspection, cleaning, maintenance, and calibrations of the apparatus and materials not to be interfere with the test system. Chemicals, reagent, and solution should be labeled to indicate identity, expiry, and specific storage instruction. The fifth one, test system. The physical and chemical test system will be there. Biological system will be there. A record of the sources, data of arrival, and arrival conditions of the test systems. Proper identifications of the test systems in their contain or when removed. Cleaning and standardifications of containers. The pest control agents to be documented. The sixth one, test and reference items. Receipt, handling, sampling and storage, characterization. It is know the stability of the test and the reference items. The stability of the test item is a vesicle, that is the container. The experiment to be determine the stability in the tank measure used in the field of study. And the last one, the samples for analytical purpose for the each batch. The seventh one, SOP, it is a standard operating procedures. We have the written procedures for a laboratory programs. They define how to carry out the protocols and specify the activity, and also the written the chronological listing of the action steps, and finally they are written to explain how the procedures are supposed to work. Next, the seventh one, SOP, the routine inspection, cleaning, maintenance, testing, and calibrating. Action to be taken in the response to the equipment failure, keeping the records, reporting, storage, meshing, and retrieval of the data. And also we have the find out of the raw data. It is a analytical methods. The eighth one, performance of the studies. Finally, we have to prepare the study plan, content of the plan, identifications of the studies, records, date, reference the test method, information the certain persons or patients or some uh, lab attenders, and finally we contact the studies. The ninth one, a reporting of the study result. The informations on the sponsor or test facility, the experiment starting and completion dates, a quality assurance program statement, descriptions of materials and test method, a result, and finally storage the samples, reference items, raw data, and final report. Finally, we have the all the things storage and retain of the data and materials. We have the study plan, raw data samples, and inspection data and master schedules, SOP, maintenance and calibrating data. If any study materials is disposed of the before expiry, the reason to be justified and documented. Finally, index of the materials is a retained. What the good laboratory must contains: the area should be free from smoke, smell, dust, etc. Ensure the good ventilation, proper illumination, and proper natural light. Air conditioned the lab with the humidity control. Enough the space for measuring and testing instruments. Proper the arrangement of the set testing. Take care of all the safety points, including proper earthing as well as fire safety. Avoid uncleanable spot in the floor, walls, and ceiling. Establish proper areas of storage of incoming stables as well as test completing the samples. And also provide the sample collection place as well as packing and disposable of test samples. Finally, uh, the do this the GLP, keeping the things at the locations after use, store heavy things at a bottom, and if you possible and told is give name of location to everything, follow everything as the place and everything at it is place in principle, proper location list and displayed it, put the ladder for the things stored on top, identify everything's within with its names and purpose, follow the FIFO, that is first in and first out, to prevent old accumulations for laboratory chemicals. What are the benefits of good laboratory practice? It will give the better image of company as well as quality producer in global market, provide odd tips on analysis of data as well as measure uncertainty and perfect record keeping, provide guidelines for doing testing and measurement in detail, provide guidelines and better control for maintenance of instrument, environment, control and preservations of test, etc. Finally, thank you so much for listening. Thanks a lot.